If you've ever been sat doom scrolling late at night and you've put into Google, how do I get more bookings as a speaker? This video is for you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you need to network more or you need to post more content. The likelihood is that you've already been networking, you've been posting content consistently, you've probably asked everybody in your network if they know anybody booking an event and need a speaker. You might have even posted something on LinkedIn to say, hey, I've got availability for the next 3 months, and it's still not worked. You might even be sat there thinking, am I genuinely cut out for this anymore? And the truth is you are. You just don't have a system that's going to get you seen and booked consistently. Now, I've spent the last 5 years being the guy behind the camera filming speakers on stage. I film them during the keynotes, I film them during the standing ovations, I film them backstage, and I've had real, honest conversations with them about their work. I've seen the speakers who are fantastic on stage. I've seen the speakers who come off stage and then they tell me that they don't know where their next lead's going to come from, or they've got a really quiet spell coming up and they don't know how to get more bookings. Now, I thought to myself, this isn't fair. These guys are killing it on stage. They are literally making changes to people's lives with the work that they do. But then they get off stage and they're stressed because they don't know where their next lead's going to come from. They don't have a system to generate consistent leads and keep standing on the stage month after month after month, so that the work that they do, the changes that they make to people's lives, they can make a bigger change. I built the Speaker Growth Program to plug exactly that gap, to give those people who are great on stage but don't have consistent bookings, to give them the system, to give them the tools to generate more consistent leads so that they can continue to stand on the stage month after month and keep making the impact that they make. We're not here to talk about me, we're here to talk about how you can get more consistent bookings as a speaker right now. Remember that person searching in Google, how do I get more bookings as a speaker? That person is asking the wrong question. You should be asking yourself 3 questions. And if you don't know which of the 3 questions you're stuck on, you're going to be focusing on the wrong things and you're never going to move forwards. So here are the 3 questions. We're going to write them. We are going to write them down because I want to show you. Okay, 3 questions. Where did that go? Okay, right. 3 questions. Question 1 is, am I being found? Question 2, am I being found but not chosen? Different question. Question 3, am I being chosen but the deal falls through? 3 questions, 3 different problems, 3 different solutions, okay? If you don't know which one of these questions you're stuck at, then you will never escape the problem that you're in, okay? Every consistently booked speaker that I've worked with has 3 things. And those 3 things are, number 1, a specific person with a specific problem, not leadership speaker for corporate businesses. That is not a positioning, that is a category. Who is the specific person? What is the specific problem? And you can throw a third one in there. What is your specific product or solution that solves their problem? What is your specific product? Done. So the first thing that they have is a specific person with a specific problem, and you have a specific product. I call it my 3 Ps. Number 2, they don't rely on referrals. Now, what I mean by this is they have a way to get in front of the right people consistently. They're not relying on other people opening a door for them. Referrals are fantastic when they happen, but you can't control when they happen. So if you're just relying on referrals, then that's a bad situation to be in. You need to have a way of getting in front of the right people, the people that are going to buy your services, the people that are going to book you for an event. You need to have a way of getting in front of them consistently. And when you get in front of them, you need to be specific. You need to tell them, these are the people that I help. This is the problem that they have. This is how much the problem costs them. And this is the solution that I have. This is the product that I've created that solves that problem for them. And the third thing that these people have is proof that removes all risk. Now, what do I mean by risk? An event organizer, someone booking you, whether it's for a leadership conference, an away day, a strategy day, the person who is booking you is taking a risk because the success of the event probably hangs on your keynote. If your reel, your profile, your website, your positioning, the conversation that you have with them when you meet them, if all of those things don't make them feel like you're going to remove the risk, then they won't book you. All right, so what I want you to do is take out a pen and paper and do this now. Let's do it together, okay? Here is an activity you can do now, and it's, again, 3 questions. Let's work through them together. Question 1. What is the best result you've ever got for a client? Write it down. What is it? The best result you've got for a client. Now, this can be on stage, it can be in a workshop, it can be wherever it was. Where is the best result that you've had for a client? Not your biggest client, not the biggest brand that you've worked with, genuinely the best return on investment that you've given to one of your clients. So the best results that you've generated. Who was that person specifically? What was their job? What was their role? What was the size of their team? What industry did they work in? What step in their career were they? Get really specific on who that person is. Number 2, ask yourself, what was their problem? What was the problem that they have before they started working with you? What kept them up at night? What was constantly on their mind, driving them mad, where they didn't know how they were going to solve that problem, how they were going to get out of the situation that they were in? What would they have typed into Google at 11 p.m. when they're doom scrolling? What would that question be? And the third question is, what was the transformation, the product? What was it? Not everything that you know how to do, not everything that you have spoken about in the past you can speak about, not everything that you've ever done for a client. What did you do for this specific client? Write the answers to those 3 things down. That is your positioning, not I help leaders become better leaders. This is your value statement. I help that specific person overcome that specific problem so that they can have this specific transformation. If you can't answer this first question, if you don't know who that person is, it doesn't matter how much content you put out there, it's not going to solve the problem that you're in right now. If the best person you can think of is vague, is an industry, is a sector within a business, then that doesn't boil down to a content problem, it boils down to a positioning problem. That is the actual reason why bookings aren't coming in. You can't be found by someone you haven't described. So if you're genuinely stuck, if you're sat there typing into Google at midnight, how can I get more bookings as a speaker? Answer these 3 questions. Once you've answered these 3 questions, once you've got your positioning right, you need to start contacting the person that's going to book you for the event. Now, I've put together the exact process that I use with my clients into a planner for you. Comment pipeline and I'll send it you for free. And if you want a genuine conversation about where you're stuck, there's a link below where you can book a call with me.